9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to another edition of WWT Live as part of Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Of course, they call me the professor around these parts, and there's a lot going on. Depending upon where in the U.S. you are, you might be snowed in, you might be really cold. I mean, January is Januarying, okay? I know, not a term, but that's what's actually happening. So the good thing is, if you are snowed in, if you are cold, I think we're going to warm you up in the next hour and change with some great conversation from the world of pro wrestling. So I'm excited because I haven't seen this brother on here in a minute. So we got to intro him right.
It's Dion from At All Star Fandom.
Quite frankly, you need to go back to the drawing board because your game absolutely sucks.
Man, how's it going?
Man, I am good. How are you, sir?
Doing good. Slid in here just in the nick of time. Man, like I said, I haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, man, it's been a while.
Forever. It has been forever. Are you safe? Because I know where we are. I think there's been snow, there's been ice, all the things.
Yeah, so made it home. Well, I work over at Lawrenceville, I guess you know. But
yes.
Made it in. Roads were slick yesterday. Made it home just in time before everything sort of just froze over. So been hunkered down here, worked from home today. And I was like, yeah, I got to slide in for this one. So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, we are glad that you are here.
You too, right? You're good, right?
Yeah. Good? You know what? Listen, I'm snowed in. It started melting out there. And so I thought it was okay, though I have not tried to go out. I don't play in these Atlanta streets because they don't really know how to take care of them. So
and we can't drive when it's 85 and sunny.
Correct. So you understand the vibe for sure.
Oh yeah.
So definitely, apparently the winter vibes are going all across the East Coast, even in the New York, New Jersey.
It's the Queen Bee of WWT, Wrestling with Honey with
Honey Pop Predictions. Buzz, beautiful people. Happy Wednesday.
Hey.
Happy Wednesday to you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Snowed in, cold, hate it, don't like it. But here I am, finding other ways to keep warm, including my favorite time of the week.
Well, hey, that's always a good time for sure. Now, they say it's no fun unless the homie can get
It's Councilman Will Ferrell of Strattonville with his Parisiac constituents.
Do you believe?
Wave your hand.
Oh, yes.
It finally happened.
We have space for you, Councilman, today. I promise you. We're going to give you space to believe. Yes, we will. How are you, my friend?
Jealous. Very jealous. I know y'all hate snow. Never seen snow. And I don't like the fact that Texas has snow. And I was there for 28 years and never got no snow. Now snow want to show up.
Well, it's wild how that happens, man. It's wild. Well, you mentioned Texas, so that means we've got to welcome the newest member to the team who happens to be in Texas in the snow. Dora's in the building. Dora, how are you?
I'm good. I definitely am disappointed in myself because I was going to wear my Joe Hendry shirt, but laundry did not get done. So I have to wear my Bobby Boucher Waterboy jersey. So.
I'm here for that. I'm
another one. Like
I'm ready for the Joe Hendry segment as well. So.
Oh yes. We will show love to Joe Hendry, but it is Wednesday. And so, of course, it's the day for all things elite. And so our elitist PR person is in the building. And don't get it twisted. For her, it's IWPR. PG. Courtney's here. How are you, Courtney?
Oh God, I am good. I see what you did there.
Hey, we do what we can. You doing all right?
Yes, I mean it's cold in New Jersey. We're supposed to be getting snow on Monday, so it's gonna be very, very cold the next couple days. But I'm just counting down the days till spring is here.
Yeah, same.
Countdown for sure, because I think we're all going to be happy to see spring show up. And speaking of spring, there's a lot of great folks in the chat. So, hey, everybody, Lewis and Cousin Ron and Eric and Pachu in the building. By the way, how did everything go for his birthday, honey?
Oh, he had
Will?
Quite a success. Well, you know what? It was quite a success that he was a very, very happy birthday man. I'm very glad.
These are the things I like to hear. I like to hear that. I'll leave that there. I like to hear that. Lewis, good to see you. Dylan, good morning. I'm going to stay out of trouble. Water is the devil? Hardly. Water is very, very necessary. Special nobodies, good to see you. Chris, good to see you. We have snow yesterday in Tallahassee, Florida.
I know.
That is insane.
That's wild.
That is really, really wild. I'll tell you what else is wild. We talked about spring. We talked about wild things. Well, it is wild. It is WrestleMania season and individual event tickets. The pre-sale started today for WrestleMania. The official sale will be on Friday. There's already rumors of some have said the cheap seats are like $700 or something of that nature. But WrestleMania tickets are on sale. And yeah, I don't know that I'm exactly surprised by any of the prices for WrestleMania. I mean, it's the Super Bowl, for crying out loud. I mean, it's what it is. Like, that's what it is. Now, what else is happening WrestleMania weekend, which I'm very excited about, is the return of WWE World. It will be back teaming with Fanatics Events starting on Thursday, April the 17th through Monday, April 21st, Las Vegas Convention Center. Now, honey, if my memory serves me correctly, you certainly had a chance to be a part of the happenings at WWE World in Philly last year. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Boss Lady and I, we ran up amok up in that place. They had a whole section of merch. They even had a tattoo pavilion, believe it or not. They had a whole stage segment, a whole stage setup for when guests were arriving, which of course The Rock later on showed and a few others. They had Bray Wyatt's fun house in there, his chair. They had Bloodline memorabilia. They had all kinds of iconic WrestleMania costumes and the like. And it was just absolutely amazing. It was packed to the nines and it was a great time. So when you get a chance, go to WWE World if you can and get yourself a ticket to this because it's quite fun at the convention center there. There's even a section, I think, where they also you can create your own entrance or you pick your favorite superstar's entrance and do their entrance down the aisle and everything. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome stuff. Can't wait.
Yeah, it is quite special. Boza, good to see you. You said WWE World feels like Access, but 20 times more special.
Basically very similar.
Yeah, the hotel we were staying at was literally right around the corner from the convention center. And so I was walking by there before WWE World opened, and you could see things from the outside, and it was just massive.
All the banners, the traffic lights and such. It was just everywhere. Like when they set up shop for WrestleMania in a city, they are... It's a festival. It might as well be a festival.
It is. Mm-hmm. It's a special thing, which reminds me, there's actually talk right now happening about potential locations for WrestleMania 42 and 43. And a couple of the cities that I'm seeing thrown around for 42 are New Orleans again. And 43, I'm seeing Indianapolis. Now, again, these are merely rumors, no specific facts, though it is believed that much like last year, there will be an announcement for WrestleMania 42 made during Super Bowl week, which happens to be in New Orleans. I guess my question to you guys is, where would you like to see WrestleMania happen next year? Dora, we'll start with you.
I'm going to say New Orleans solely because I'm in Texas, so it's only like a 5-hour drive. Okay. I'm like, okay, I missed it last time it was in New Orleans. I think I like invited my brother and I was like, let's drive, I'll buy your ticket. But then he flaked, so I didn't get to go. So I definitely, New Orleans is the vote for me, honestly. So
okay, interesting. How about you, Dion?
My fingers were crossed for Atlanta, but I mean,
makes sense.
It'll be a great week down here. Nice stadium is from what I've heard. But New Orleans, I mean, it syncs up well with it. I think that over the years, I feel like they've had like these little pockets that they've enjoyed going back to. And New Orleans just seems to be that one, which is a party atmosphere, great for WrestleMania week. But selfishly, Atlanta would be great. Indianapolis, this partnership was just. Indianapolis as a whole is wild to think about it now because you got Rumble there now. And then, I mean, I'm sure they're getting multiple events after this too. So selfishly, Atlanta, I understand New Orleans. That's a quick drive, but come on, man. It's fine over here in Atlanta.
So I got to ask the question, and I'll ask it to you, Councilman. If New Orleans is the spot next year, does it seem like overkill? Because this would be the third WrestleMania in New Orleans in 12 years. That seems like a lot given all of the cities and all of the stadiums that are happening right now in the United States. Would New Orleans just be a wee bit too much next year, given it would be its third WrestleMania in 12 years?
Absolutely. Why we keep going back there? Why? I don't get it. Like, that stadium is not all that. Okay, New Orleans is very much okay. All right, we had it twice. We had the Bourbon Street thing. Undertaker helped the Ravens win during the Super Bowl. You've had your moments. Okay? You have had your moments. Unlike the one I want to go to, who you ain't been there since over 20 years. When you coming to Houston? Reliance Stadium is ready for you. The candy paint slabs are ready to pull up in the parking lot. Why are we not in Houston? That's my question. But
they going
question? Overkill.
Are they going capacity more than anything? Like what's capacity of stadiums or whatever out to break records? I'm not sure.
I don't know, because certainly at this point, a lot of the stadium seatings are about the same. You're going to get 70 to 75,000, give or take, So that's interesting. Courtney, your thoughts? Do you think the idea of WrestleMania heading to New Orleans is too much? And if they don't go to New Orleans, where would you like to see them go next year?
I'm going to actually echo Councilman on this, because it does tend to be an overkill when you're in the same city for like a 2-3 year, even like in a 12-year span. So it does get a little bit repetitive. Outside of Houston, I would love to see possibly a Minneapolis host a WrestleMania. I know they're hosting SummerSlam next year, so that could also be a good opportunity for them. Also, venturing out to some cities that they never did, that would actually be interesting. And also, there was another city in my head, but I can't think about it now. But Minneapolis was something that came in my head. So I think it's something that they should test out the waters and kind of branch out a bit and test out other cities that would like to do WrestleMania.
So let me ask the question, Courtney. I'm going to follow up with you, because Minneapolis is usually not a city top of brain for most people when it comes to a WrestleMania. So what makes you specifically say Minneapolis? What do you think the draw would be for the WWE and its fandom to go to Minneapolis in March or April?
I actually was thinking about this, and especially with the fact the Vikings built their new stadium that's been around for the last couple of years, because it's actually a nice stadium and it's on my bucket list to go. So that was something that really crossed into mind, and especially since it does get very, I don't want to say cold, but the weather will actually be okay during WrestleMania season. And also, of course, outside of Mall America, there's also a lot of, I don't want to say rich history, but there's a lot of things that many people might not know about Minneapolis. So that was just a city that stuck out in my mind. And I actually did a little bit of digging about the city of Minneapolis. So that's actually on my bucket list of cities to go to.
Oh, I would have been interested to hear your digging on that to convince me, because you haven't convinced me yet. But that's okay. I'm not the one that needs to be convinced. I will say this. I will say this, though. I will say this. I think because they're getting a 2-night SummerSlam in 2026, it would probably take them off the table for WrestleMania in 2026. But I guess depending upon how the SummerSlam situation goes, that could set them up maybe later for a WrestleMania. I don't know. Honey, your thoughts? Where should WrestleMania end up next year?
I mean, of course, I wouldn't mind it being around my area, but that's just bias. But being realistic, I would say maybe somewhere like, I would like Atlanta. Atlanta would be really fun, but I also think somewhere like San Antonio, Texas, at the Alamo Dome. We've had a lot of other events there. I'm not sure. Have we had a WrestleMania in San Antonio? I don't think San Antonio.
We haven't. We've had a couple of Royal Rumbles there.
Royal Rumbles, yes. We've had I know we had a WrestleMania in Dallas, but San Antonio is a great town to host any WWE event. And there's a lot of cool things to do. The festivities, the weather is definitely going to be nice at that time. San Antonio is a pretty cool city.
Awesome. And speaking of pretty cool and unique spaces, Dela, Jacob is here. We got a full house. Jacob, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you? How are y'all today?
We are well. We're pontificating and trying to figure out where WrestleMania next year would be. Where would you like to see WrestleMania 42?
Yeah, I heard everybody's ideas and suggestions. Councilman just wants Houston, and I could kind of see that. But I kind of noticed as y'all were talking about this, they do a trend where they cycle through the big four. So like if you got a SummerSlam recently, you're not going to get another one of the big fours. So that kind of takes out Houston because you had the Rumble with Edge's return was a Minute Maid. So I feel like that kind of knocks them out. Nashville's not getting a look. Minneapolis is getting SummerSlam. Atlanta is like the safe cop-out answer because you went east with Philly. You're going out west with Vegas. You kind of probably come back south. I know Nola's the rumored host. Orlando wouldn't be bad, but I guess Atlanta is. Let's look and see who has a nice enough, new enough stadium.
Basically.
Well,
it's basically what it comes down to.
I mean, Mercedes is pretty updated too, so
it's it's interesting too. I'm also thinking that they, after what happened in Philly last year, they may be thinking more indoor stadiums, given the whole cold situation and the like. Let's look at what some of the chat has to say. Eris, good to see you. Eris says New Orleans. That sounds like a fun one, which again, a lot of people are saying. Jeffrey would like for it to be in Atlanta. Atlanta's only hosted one, so I think Atlanta is due. Eric agrees. Chris wants to see New Orleans. Jasmine, welcome to the team, Jasmine. If not New Orleans, Dallas. I think 39.
They just went to Dallas.
Dallas.
One of those was in Dallas, 38 or 39. I can't remember which one.
Dallas, Oklahoma.
38.
38.
Let's see. Chris says Laredo, Texas. I don't know if Laredo is big enough to host, but hey.
It goes down in Laredo, though.
So be it. I'm hearing, though, that we could find out the answer to all of this during Super Bowl week. So we'll see. And if that press conference is anything like the press conference that happened in Vegas, this should be something very, very fun. Now, you mentioned San Antonio, Texas. So San Antonio is hosting, of course, Saturday night's main event this Saturday. And after Monday Night Raw, Saturday night's main event is starting to take shape, and I think it's going to be interesting. We found out that we're going to have a women's world title match. It'll be Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax, giving us, again, kind of the main event from Elimination Chamber last year. We're also going to get Gunther and Jey Uso for the men's world championship. We'll get, this one should be a banger, Braun Breaker and Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm actually looking forward to this match the most, to be honest with you. Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. This, I think, is going to be the show stealer. And then we'll get a contract signing for the ladder match at Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Shawn Michaels will serve as the, I guess, moderator for this. Let's go back to this women's title match. What do we think is going to happen coming out of this one? Does Rhea retain, or does Nia go from being the WWE Women's Champion to being the World Women's Champion? Let's get your thoughts on that, and we'll start with you, Honey.
Monday Night Mommy, main event Mommy. I think Mommy retains. Sure.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Dora, your thoughts on this one?
I'm going to be in the building, so I'm super excited. But I definitely agree. I think Rhea's going to take it. I don't see any reason for Nia to win at this point. Great that she's getting TV time, but yeah, no, I don't see any reason for them to take the belt off of Rhea just yet. So
okay. What are your thoughts on this one, Courtney?
For this one, I am picking Rhea Ripley to retain that title against Nia Jax.
Okay. Easy enough. We're going to switch here to the men's world title match. I want to ask you this, Dion, any chance that Jey Uso leaves Saturday night's main event as the world heavyweight champion?
We can all dream, right, Professor? I'm going, again, emotions get the best of me. Yes, but it feels like it's not gonna. It's one of those things where we're like, okay, it's Saturday main event. You need something to happen for it. Could it be this match or could it be the Sheamus one? I'm not sure, but would I like for it to be this one? Absolutely. So I'm gonna put my money on Jay, even though he hasn't won yet. But eventually he will.
Okay. Jacob, what do you think? Do you think Jey Uso can come out of Saturday night's main event as the new world champion?
No, I think Jey Uso continues to be the greatest B-side in pro wrestling right now. And
wow,
he's main event Jey Uso. Let's think about this in like boxing terms. You have the A side, the highlight, the key, the draw, the moneymaker of the main event. And the B side is usually the opponent. That's what Jey Uso is. He's the greatest B-side ever. He'll never win, but he will definitely give you a fight. He'll make it entertaining. He'll fill the crowd. He'll do everything you need except win. Yes, I'm here, Mr. Welton. Where are you? Anyways, it's a great thing. It's a great thing for Jay. It's a good spot to be, but just not now, not yet. Maybe when we get like September-ish, maybe he finally catches one.
Okay, Councilman, let me pose the same question to you, but I'll pose it a little bit different. This is Jey Uso's technically second world title opportunity. His first coming at SummerSlam a couple of years ago against Roman. Of course, he's had intercontinental title matches before. He held the championship very briefly. Does Jey Uso need to win the world championship Saturday night?
Wait, this is third, right?
This is third. He had one with Priest.
Yeah. I thought he had a world heavyweight championship opportunity.
Did he? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that adds to this even more. His third championship opportunity.
Oh, does he need to win it?
Yeah, does he need to win it?
No. And I say this because Saturday night main event is not a big enough stage for him to win that. That's either a WrestleMania moment or a SummerSlam moment, just because of how much the crowd has been behind him and how much he's been carrying that. Saturday night main event is cool for NBC, the casual fan to check in. Nah, that got to be a moment for us. We all need to be surrounded and yeet when that happens.
I can't wait though, Will.
Yeah. I want it to be you get your moment, man. That's the next chapter of whatever championship or world championship that's going to be held. Like, we moving into the Jey Uso era, and they got to have that highlight reel celebration.
Well, let me counter that and pose this to you, Honey. Is Saturday night's main event on network television, NBC, prime time on a Saturday night, is that a big enough audience for a new world champion?
It's a big... It is a big audience, but big enough, I might have to say no, it's not. I would have to agree with Councilman's statement about this needing to happen at a WrestleMania. You need to make Yeet Mania a thing. I feel like Yeet Mania is really where it will be and where it should be if you're going to properly crown this man, especially being in a main event. But but I don't know how many matches. I have to go back and look, but Gunther and Jey Uso have met quite a few times already, or a couple of times. And last time I had rooted for Jey to win, I don't think it happened. So I might have to just stick with Gunther on this one, because, you know, Gunther is definitely going to put some prestige on this title the same way he has done in the previous ones he's held. So love Jey Uso, and definitely Yeet Mania should happen, but not happening at Saturday night's main event. And still your champion will be
Gunther, the ring general Gunther.
That clip is one of my favorites. I will say this. I'm just going to throw a monkey wrench in here and say that I don't want us to diminish the power of the Saturday night's main event platform. It's that, you know, the one thing that people don't seem to remember is there was an event that was held on a Friday night on NBC called The Main Event. It was the equivalent to Saturday night's main event, but it was on a Friday night. And it was that night that Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship, then handed that title to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Created a whole issue. We had the twin referees that happened. We found out that, you know, Earl and Dave Hebner were twins. The world title ended up being held up. And that led to WrestleMania 4, the first and only time that we had a tournament to crown the WWE champion. I think we failed to remember how many people watched that night. This predated,
I was going to say,
this predated social media. There was no DVR. 33 million people tuned into NBC that night to watch that match. If only a quarter of those people tune in on an NBC platform, you're going to have something special. And so I don't want us to diminish the power of that. You can almost guarantee that more people will watch free TV than paid. So I think before we diminish what Saturday night's main event could mean as a platform, remember at this point, WWE is only operating on big platforms. There's Netflix, there's broadcast TV like CW, there's the USA Network, and then there's NBC, one of the big three, still one of the most important networks ever. So could it happen? Should it happen? Honestly, if you want more people to tune into Saturday night's main event, you give them a world title change. There's a case to be made for Jey Uso, who is arguably one of the most popular stars in WWE, to win the title that night. Oh, and yeah, and special nobodies, thank you for the reminder. It'll be airing live on Peacock as well. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for it to happen. And Peacock being the same place where they'll watch a pay-per-view anyway. Just a thought.
But this also ain't 1996 either. So
yeah,
we have a whole
not.
We have a whole
not. There's an argument to be made.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Again, about the viewership, the resurgence. You know, obviously it's making more money than it's ever made. It's incredibly popular now. There's a situation that can be made for this being the kind of platform that a world title match or world title change could happen on. But we'll see.
Maybe that's why Sheamus could win.
That's why Sheamus could win.
How many more Saturday night main events do we have this year? Have they scheduled any more for the year?
I'm sorry, 3.
Yeah, it should be one a quarter. So yeah,
because we're competing with AEW on one, right?
So they should all be competing because they're all on Saturday nights.
July, yeah.
There's one in July that's going to go up against the All In pay-per-view, which I think will be interesting. And consider that I don't know the exact date, but I am guessing that the next Saturday night's main event we will get will be post WrestleMania, which should be very, very interesting. But we'll see. Again, that's Saturday night, and Dora will be there with a firsthand account, so that should be a lot of fun. All right, let's go back to last night. Big night on NXT last night, where the ruler, that Obafemi, Big title defense for him. Successful night as he defeated and vanquished Eddie Thorpe. A lot of things happened last night, and I wasn't going to talk about this last week. And I didn't even do a slide for it, but we're in NXT country now. Let's have a brief conversation. I'm glad I'm moderating this on what happened at the commentary desk last night. There was a lot of conversation a week ago. The hot topic was Corey Graves. Was this a work? Was it a shoot? What was happening? Corey Graves was not on NXT last week. He initially said he was going to be, then he was told not to. He was very quiet. And all of a sudden, last night, 3 chairs. It's the Corey Graves we know and love. What do you think has happened here, folks? Where do I want to start with this? I think I know where I want to end with this. So, Courtney, let's start with you. Corey Graves on NXT last night. What do you make of it?
That was actually a surprise. Didn't think he was going to show up last night on NXT when they announced it a few hours before. Because it's like, didn't he just say last week he was going away for a bit? So that was just really interesting. And the plot, surely thinking. So it's interesting how like, oh, he's back on the table and we're supposed to forget about it. Not really, because people will remember that. So it is very interesting, especially with the whole story and how it blew up last week and everything else. So yeah, there's a lot of questions than answers.
Okay, let's just see what's about to happen here. Jacob, your thoughts on this one? I know.
Hated it.
Hated it. Okay, do tell.
I hate the 3-man booth in most cases. I think AEW is the only one with an actual good 3-man booth with Taz, Excalibur, and Shivani. That's about it. But it feels like if this is not a work, which I don't think it is, it feels like somebody basically said, shut the hell up, bring your ass to work, do your damn job. We'll talk about it later. Because Corey Graves didn't really sound like Corey Graves last night to me. Like he was himself, but it could tell it was a lot of like, where can I fit in? Booker won't shut the hell up. I need to squeeze in a spot here. Let me get in here. It just felt like he was there because he got told, shut your ass up, bring your ass to work, deal with it. So I think everything he said was valid. And they were like, look, we can't leave him off for 2 weeks because the longer we leave him off TV, the more of a problem this becomes, the more of an issue it becomes, the more the dirt sheets are starting to look into things. Bring your ass to work, do your job, shut the hell up, go cash your check. We'll see you next week.
Councilman?
Oh, my man. I'll shut up. Oh, sorry. Is it on me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You are the councilman.
Yeah.
There's only one councilman here. Yes.
My bad. No, because the sound went in this. Never mind. I don't know. I feel like somebody gave him that Bill Duke from Menace to Society conversation. It's like, no, look here, you little bitch.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Now you gonna go out there and you gonna commentate on NXT and you gonna like it. And we're gonna get back to you. But to Jacob's point, it just he kind of sounded like he had an attitude a little bit, and it did just kind of sound like he didn't fit in. So he was kind of very sharp with Booker and oh man, what's his name? I always forget it.
Vic Joseph.
Yeah. And he was just like kind of very sharp with them and stuff. I mean, he was still there, even to like shout out to him mentioning Carmella too, being a fan of Jada Parker and stuff. But yeah, it just kind of feels like, yeah, somebody told you go out there, and it sounds very forced. So to your point, Professor, or Courtney, the plot is really thickening in this.
Well, I'll tell you another plot that's thickening, and that is NXT Atlanta next week. Because is this show stacked? Well, what? I mean, you've got a tag team match that certainly seems like a dream match. On one side, you've got Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. On the other, you have Bayley and the NXT Women's Champion Julia. And then you have the NXT Women's Tag Team title, the WWE Women's Tag Team title match, as the ladies of Metaphor, Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, take on Bianca Belair and Naomi in Atlanta.
Maybe.
I think we talked about the possibility of this here last week.
Yeah.
And Obafemi, who retained, will be on the Grayson Waller effect. This show is stacked, and we didn't even get to all the matches that are happening. I mean, you got Trick Williams and Wes Lee next week as well. But let's talk about this women's tag team title match. Is next Tuesday the night that the Meta Girls become tag team champions? Dion, what do you think?
Oh, I don't think without Jade. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't even think about that. I don't. Ooh, this is a tough one, Professor. I don't think they'll win them this time, unless you can tell me like Jade shows up at center stage and does something, or some shenanigans are at play for this one. But I don't know if NXT is a spot for her to do that.
Well, let me just throw this.
But looking at the card, she might as well just show up.
I'll throw this out there. Jade Cargill lives in Atlanta. That's just a small factoid.
Oh man, she hopped on 85 and she'll be there in a minute. Oh man, do you think they pulled Jade out for that for NXT for this? Because that's
they brought her to NXT.
Why you acting like we don't have right now? Like
this is the main event.
Really, I'm trying to downplay it because I don't have tickets yet. But
wow.
But no, I think it could be a perfect spot. I mean, Bianca and Naomi have been tearing it up on every single show they've been on. We still got their storyline with Jade. Why not call some champions to Metaphor, who's been on SmackDown, like their main roster now? So, I'm gonna change my pick. Why not? Yeah, let's switch them tonight. Let's switch them to what? Next Tuesday.
Okay. Dora, who walks out as the women's tag team champions next Tuesday?
I'm thinking only because they had the picture with Charlotte. I'm thinking that we're definitely going to get Jade coming back probably in the middle of the match. Like that's my title type of thing. So that kind of prevents Metaphor from winning this match. That's kind of, because I mean, it's Atlanta, Jade lives there. I think that's going to happen, but I think we find out, hopefully I'm going to pray that we find out what happened with Jade finally. And maybe that has something to do with Charlotte. That's why they had the picture. And then, I think Jade interrupts for them to end up not passing the belts to Metaphor. So I'm thinking they're retaining Naomi and Bianca for sure.
So, honey, Jade is not the only one who is a resident of Atlanta. So is Lash Legend. Does this prove to be a homecoming for Lash and she becomes a tag team champion?
I think it just might be. I think this is a really cool story arc that we're about to reach, both with the Meta Girls and with the big 2 out of 3. I think we crown the Meta Girls and make them tag team champions and have them defend on all 3 brands. That will do a lot. I think that will do great for them as far as, getting them onto that main roster situation and, working with the other superstars, other women superstars that they have in the roster and in the locker room as well. The rapport that they've built throughout NXT has been amazing. So it'd be really cool to see them expand their horizons on the main roster. But with crowning them, you also have an interesting case for a big 2 out of 3 with their loss. And maybe we won't really get the reveal of Jade's attacker, but we will get possibly a reveal of Jade. And the story will then continue on because, Triple H and Shawn Michaels love their cliffhangers.
So I'm going to ask the question that could be the elephant in the room that no one has dared to ask. And I'll ask the councilman because I know Jacob will immediately go off the rails with it easily. But and I'm going to give him a chance to. But councilman, I'm going to get you in on this first. We've seen Metaphor battle Bianca and Jade. Are Bianca and Jade a stronger team than Bianca and Naomi?
Absolutely. Someone has to be the Seth Rollins in this group. And that is gonna be Naomi. So I'm sorry to say it. Out of the three, just they have better chemistry as a tag. Naomi is fantastic, but I feel that's the reason why Meta Girls might walk out with this.
Same question to you, Jacob. Is Bianca and Jade a stronger team than Bianca and Naomi?
No. I mean, physically, yes, but as a collective unit, no. It's two sides of the same coin. They're both power. Bianca has a little more finesse than Jade, but Naomi is a vet, brings more to the table. It's more of a threat. There's more ways Naomi can win. It provides a different element. If you go up against Bianca and Jade, all right, we going in here with two powerhouses, dog, so we ain't even finna try to go blow for blow. We gonna have to speed you up, catch you slipping, take advantage of the rookie and Jade. Naomi is like, crap, I got to account for power and athleticism in Bianca. I got to account for athleticism with a little sneaky power in Naomi. It makes it a little more difficult. I feel like Jade is not... How can I put this? I ain't thinking about Jade. Naomi is just the better tag partner. It meshes better. Jade has been great at the hot tag, come in, clean house, 1, 2, 3, hit Jade and all that good stuff. Great. You get something different with Naomi in there.
Okay. This is going to make for an interesting time. I'm looking forward. Wow. Special nobody.
Buddy Roberts.
Buddy Roberts of the Freebirds. For those who don't know, there's perhaps a Freebirds course we can
all
give
these
you
strays, man.
on that.
Wow.
I
don't know if that's backhanded or if that is incredibly accurate. I can't figure out which one right now.
Man.
It's right in the middle, though. I'll tell you that.
So, with that said, again, we'll look forward to that next week. Certainly NXT. And keep in mind, a lot's happening in Atlanta next week leading into the Rumble. You've got Monday Night Raw in Atlanta. You've got NXT in Atlanta, all leading up to the Royal Rumble on Saturday night. Now, this story right here actually brings me great joy because something very unique happened over in Japan. For those who don't know, there are literally about 10 to 12 promotions who run in Japan. We tend to talk a lot about New Japan, but you got Pro Wrestling Noah, Stardom, DDT, All Japan. Like, there's a lot of companies in Japan, and they've decided to come together this week to create a brand new incorporated association called the United Japan Pro Wrestling, UJPW. Really, the design of this is to allow for more freedom and to really create a space to support the people of Japan through pro wrestling and to show the strength of pro wrestling to the world. It's a unified point of call for the industry at large during social issues and the like, which I just think is downright amazing. And so the organizations that are a part, as we mentioned, All Japan, Big Japan, DDT, Dragon Gate, New Japan, Pro Wrestling Noah, Stardom, Tokyo Joshi Pro. And they actually have 7 requirements to be a part of this organization. It includes you being a regularly running and active promotion in Japan, a legally recognized company, at least one contracted wrestler working for them. You have to have an annual revenue of at least 50 million yen. You have to be established for at least 2 years, a corporate compliance system in place for wrestlers and staff, and you have to share a vision of betterment for the pro wrestling space at large, even in competition with other members. So let me ask the real question. Could we ever get some sort of united front in the world of pro wrestling like this in the United States? Could this ever happen in the United States? Even if we use these same criteria that I just mentioned. Dora, what do you think?
I don't think so. I don't know. We can't even, get our president right. Like, We're not united in any type of way over here like that. So I don't think so. Like, no. Maybe a few, we can get a few like, like maybe AEW and NWA, like maybe they'll be like, yeah, we can play ball for a little bit, but it's the egos thing. We can't let our egos go over here. So I don't feel like that could ever happen. No.
Okay. Dion, do you ever see it happening? A united organization bringing together the major players in pro wrestling in the United States?
And that would be tough. I mean, we've seen the partnership now with just like TNA and WWE that they've signed up for that. That seems like that works, but at that scale. I think everything that the United Japan Pro Wrestling, I mean, it sounds like territories, right? Like it's almost like a territory system a little bit, or maybe like conferences in college or something. But that's tough. You would think that the betterment of like wrestling would outweigh everybody's egos and things like that. But man, that's a long one. I think the most you'll get is like WWE taking on like TNA and then other smaller promotions just to help out. And they're doing stuff with the ID and all that stuff that sort of helps, but nothing like this. It'll be a tough uphill battle, especially WWE so huge in comparison to everyone else here in the States. It'd just be tough. I don't think it'll happen.
Interesting. I suppose we could all wish, and maybe once again, Japan leads the way in a space like this. It would be very cool. But shout out to our friends over in Japan for finding a way to bring everybody together for the betterment of pro wrestling and to help support all the good people in Japan. Now then, let's turn the corner because we did not have a show on Monday honoring Dr. King. And one of the things that happened Sunday is that we crowned a brand new TNA World Champion, and his name is Joe Hendry.
Yes, it is.
Now, Joe Hendry, immediately after winning the world title Sunday night, went on to Bust It Open and was asked, hey, who do you see looking over your shoulder, or who would you like to do some business with? And his sole answer was John Cena. He wants a promo battle with John Cena with no scripting, with no preparation.
No.
He feels like he can hang. He's got what it takes, and he says he'll never know until he tries. Can the brand new TNA World Champion, especially on this, farewell tour that Cena is on, first of all, could we see this happen? And secondly, could Hendry hang with John Cena with a live mic in a promo battle? Councilman, we'll start right with you.
Absolutely. You just have to believe, Professor. That's all you just have to believe. And Joe Hendry can do anything. And this guy here believes. I think he's red hot right now. He knows where he's at. He knows what to call. He's seen the plays. And just watching Joe Hendry's promos, you can tell he doesn't get rattled in the fire. Like the fire can be surrounding him. Joe Hendry keeps this constant tone. He keeps this constant feel where he is unbothered. He knows how to adapt to things. He knows how to listen to the crowd and listen to the trend. And that is the same thing that we love John Cena for. So I'm all in for it. The Royal Rumble face-off, I am even just as much as Dion's a dreamer. Give me Joe Hendry and John Cena at WrestleMania. Give it to me. I think that would be excellent
for the TNA Championship.
Well, okay, and so you jumped ahead of me a little bit, but I'll go with that, honey. Since you mentioned it, could John Cena versus Joe Hendry happen, and could the TNA World Title be John Cena's 17th World Championship?
Listen, guys, we are in the business of never say never, and just when we thought this partnership couldn't get any richer, the fact that Joe Hendry just won the title from Nick Nemeth, one who has had much experience with John Cena as well. to go straight out the gate and just call out the big golden boy, one of the biggest ones in history, and also on the cusp of possibly breaking the record and becoming a 17-time champion. I mean, it writes itself. The story writes itself. Shawn and Triple H are just pretty much sitting there and saying, what do you guys want to do? And how do you want to do this? I think it's going to be a collaborative effort on both parts. I think it's going to be a challenge for Joe Hendry to be able to go toe-to-toe with John Cena. But there's only one way to find out, guys, and that's for them to book it.
Well, with that said, there's only one way to find out what'll really happen. Check it out. The mayor is here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's great.
That intro has to die.
That
and the pound of streets, we got to get rid of those.
Oh no! You can get rid of Pound the Streets, but you can't get rid of this.
That's your best intro yet.
That intro is great.
We all witnessed that in real time, so that
we
intro
did.
I'll never do that turn again.
You don't have to.
Yeah, it's on camera. Or they can run it back and watch it in the archive.
Mm-hmm.
So Mayor, your thoughts? Does Joe Hendry have what it takes to handle a live promo with John Cena?
He's done some strong promo work, but it's been more like, I don't want to say, only word I can think of is like gimmicky, like concerts, things like that. I don't even think Cena will go that hard on him, if I'm being honest. I'm in the middle of the fence on there because I want to say no if John really dug into him, but I don't think this victory lap is about John really digging into the next generation. I think John wouldn't go that hard on him. So I'd say he give him enough to where he can hang, especially to help elevate the TNA brand if that's where we're going. I think that's a cop-out, y'all. If that's John's 17th title, that's such a cop-out.
I don't want him to win it.
I don't
really
like
don't want
I'd be okay with it. Yeah.
Nah, I need
wild. I don't think
title. I need that WWE title.
Yeah,
because we're gonna let John have his set. It's gonna be kind of flagrant. But if we let John get his 17th title in TNA and then Charlotte break the record, I'd be hot. I'd be real hot.
Why?
I mean, she could go to TNA and
why y'all don't want Charlotte to beat this record?
Yeah, why? What's wrong with that? I think she should.
Which title reign do you guys actually remember of the 14?
I don't remember many of Ric Flair 16.
Yeah, like
I mean, most of that was before your time, also.
Well,
I'm just saying though.
Yes, still.
But there's a good handful of them in the 90s, so there's like we were there for those late ones. But I don't know, man. Let's let Charlotte win that, man. Let her break it.
Why not?
Y'all know what's gonna happen. Y'all know, especially with fresh 2 new women's titles. Y'all know that's happening.
I'll be very.
Was she at 13?
I think she's at 14.
14, I think.
Oh, she's breaking that.
But
why can't John go compete for the IWPG?
I need that clip. That clip is incredible. That clip is incredible. But this is leading to actually something very interesting. This hasn't happened in 8 years. A live presentation of TNA Impact tomorrow night, where we will hear from the new world champion, Joe Hendry. I wonder what he will say. I wonder if there will be a live call out to anybody in TNA or in in NXT or in WWE. I think that will be interesting. The matches on this card, guys, we need to pay attention to this. So we're going to have a 6-woman tag. The Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich and the Knockouts Tag Team Champion Spitfire will be taking on Rosemary, Heather, and Ash by Elegance. And then there's this.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this.
The NXT Tag Team Championships. in a dream match, Fraxium against the Rascals. And then the Hardys are taking on Moose and JDC. And then we hear from Josh Alexander. This is going to be a stacked card. But let me ask this question about the NXT Tag Team titles. Will the Rascals be the ones to defeat Fraxium, or does Fraxium just continue on this incredible run that they're on? Jacob.
For the love of everything that is good and right in the pro wrestling world, the Rascals have to win for a myriad of reasons. One, this whole will they or won't they thing with Fraxium is getting old. Like,
God, thank you. Someone said it.
Drop them belts and throw hands and let's go and get this over with. Two, for me or anybody, well, for anybody to actually believe that this whole TNA WWE partnership actually is going to be worth a damn and prove to us different than Impact. I'm sorry, than when they were Impact with AEW, which it already has because you're seeing traffic going both ways. Yeah. You need to put some stakes into this. Let the Rascals run around on TNA with NXT Gold, because everything that came from the AEW deal was AEW showing off all the Impact titles. No. Let's go both ways with this. Let's put some stakes in here. Let's show anybody that, hey, both belts, everything's up for grab. It's not just going to be NXT taking from TNA, which is, if we're being honest, it's kind of how it's been. It's been a little end result heavy for NXT. I believe Jordan Grace might be the only one coming out on the plus side of wins, and then Hendry with the exposure. So let's let the Rascals get their moment. Let's get these belts off of Fraxium. Let's let those two throw hands and go their separate ways. And then we'll reconvene and figure out what we want to do with NXT titles around Stand and Deliver. But let those tag belts sit on the Rascals until then.
Okay. Thoughts on who comes out as the tag team champions, Dion?
Yeah, I echo most of what Jacob says. I think having some stakes in the game makes it even that more appealing for that partnership. So if you come out the gate and, okay, you have the Rascals walking around with NXT titles, that's pretty dope. They show up on NXT as well. They add to that tag team division. You bring in TNA's tag team division. You can get a good run out of those, like NXT tag titles, maybe even bringing in the TNA ones. But yeah, I think I like what Jacob said. Having some stakes in the game makes it that more appealing to watch. If I know I'm going in and I'm sort of thinking it's heavy WWE, it's going to be a great match, but you're like, okay, no surprise if WWE won, or not WWE, NXT won. But yeah, let's put some stakes in the game. Let's switch some titles. Let's bring some stuff over, take some stuff away, make this worth the. It's been great. It's been a great partnership already, but just add a little bit more to it, make it all that much better.
Let me address some of these comments here. Boza is saying the Rascals need to be tag team champions for the partnership to be worth something. This partnership is basically WWE looking to sign TNA talent. Let y'all know I'm about to push back. And the pushback is this. I think you have to look at the last 6 months for what it was. The last 6 months was what I consider to be kind of, we're just talking, we're just dating, we're not official yet. Mm-hmm. When you announce and make an announcement that you've got a multi-year partnership, okay, we're cooking. We have defined this relationship. Mm-hmm. Now that we've defined the relationship, let me say this very carefully, because this won't be a TK reference. Now that we've defined the relationship, I don't have to do PDA for us to know that we're a couple because we defined the relationship. Mm-hmm. Are you following me? Yep. The relationship's going to be for years to come. So I don't have to turn around and y'all see us kiss on stage for you to know that we're a couple when we just announced to the world that we're a couple. So
you change that.
Now listen. So here's the deal. That doesn't mean that Fraxium has to lose the titles. It does mean that at some point we're going to see somebody's titles change hands. Yeah. Because in all fairness, not only did we not see any NXT championships change hands, but many people are missing all of the NXT talent that went over to TNA to challenge Jordynne Grace for her championship and all lost. They all lost. So
I got pushback, but I see where you're going.
So I think, and there are also two other things to consider with that. One, obviously, most of that was on TNA television. But the second thing is most of the talent who went in that dating phase were talents that you might not consider top tier NXT talent, right? So you had, and this is not a slight to any name that I'm about to mention, but you had, say, an Izzy Dame, who has not held championship gold in NXT. As a matter of fact, just about everybody who went over hadn't held a championship in NXT. The stakes were different at Genesis when Cora Jade showed up. Because when Cora Jade showed up, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Now we're at a different tier of our of our NXT talent that's coming over to TNA to challenge for the women's championship. So with that said, they don't have to necessarily do a title change tomorrow night for the partnership to be worth something. The partnership is worth something because they did a press release and they're saying for the next X number of years, this is what we're going to do. Will it throw a wonderful wrinkle in things? Absolutely it will. Will it add a whole different ball game to this if the Rascals are your tag team champions over in TNA for NXT? Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense. Remember, I was the first one that said Jordynne Grace needed to win the NXT Women's Championship. But I had to realize we had to look at the larger picture here. So I think this is going to get interesting. I think it's equally interesting to see NXT talent wearing TNA gold, which I think we will see over time. Who that will be, I don't know. All of that to say, I think we're in for a very interesting ride. And this live show tomorrow night, I think something's going to go down. I don't know all that's going to go down, but something's going to go down. And it would be crazy for the Rascals to actually win the tag titles tomorrow night. And I'm trying to remember, I feel like, somebody correct me, I feel like they actually had a tag title match in NXT. They did. They had a tag title match in NXT, Fraxium and the Rascals. And what happened is the Rascals lost, and that's the night that Wes Lee turned on them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a halfway toe dip because it was Wes Lee in the match.
Yeah,
right.
And then it was because originally the Street Profits were supposed to fight them, and then something happened, and the Rascals took their spot.
Yeah. So this is going to be different. This is going to be different, and I'm looking forward to this. And listen, I'm with you guys. I'd like to see the tag title change happen because it's going to offer a completely different wrinkle in this whole thing. And
I think it's the best titles to change over, though. Like, out of anything for you to show like this partnership is going to go up, it is these. And the fact that
second best
on TNA. So what's the first best?
I think it's that X Division title. Bringing Moose or sending somebody to Moose, because the X Division has always been since day one the division with no limits, anything goes. There's always a shock. There's always a moment. There's always a classic waiting to happen. You have more potential with the X Division than you have any other division between the two. And you also have this thing called Ultimate X.
Now, I want to see Ultimate X involving, and we did have
you do that at Stand and Deliver?
Yeah.
But who in the men's division right now would you put to go up against Moose for the X Division?
For the X Division title, Javon Evans.
Javon Evans, Wes Lee.
Moose?
One of Fraxium.
So hold on, real quick. You say against Moose as if it's a shocker. Sir, I watched Samoa Joe throw every last Chris Daniels, AJ Styles, and every other small body person. It's no different. It's what the X Division is for. It's perfect. Like, it's not out the
Here's the thing. Particularly,
you keep asking.
Particularly if we're talking about an Ultimate X match. An Ultimate X match doesn't favor Moose
at all.
Doesn't favor Moose,
but he'll still get busy like Joe did.
That's a big guy. Javon is okay. Hey, look, I believe that Joe Hendry and he won the title, so I'm not gonna knock y'all for believing. That's a lot. That's a lot of brother right there.
It's a big man. It's a big.
He just had a banger with Ace Austin that Ace Austin should have won.
True,
but he didn't.
So again, that's tomorrow night. Now tomorrow night's also going to be busy. Yes, Tessa Blanchard will be on tomorrow night as well. Tomorrow night we'll also see episode 3 of Ashe Wrestling TV. Gerard, that's really funny. Ashe Wrestling TV episode 3. Y'all will catch that at some point. Ashe Wrestling episode 3. Y'all still didn't catch it. It's fine. It's going to be on the YouTube channel for Ashe Wrestling. And here's what's going down tomorrow night. Kiera Hogan versus Charity King. That's going to be a banger. It's going to be Team Georgia against Team North Carolina tomorrow night. From there, it'll be hosted by Big Swole. Faye Jackson will be in the house, and there will be a performance from Braxton Bateman. That's going down Ashe Wrestling TV tomorrow night, beginning 8 p.m. Eastern on the Ashe Wrestling YouTube channel. AEW news. AEW announced that one of their next big pay-per-views, AEW Dynasty, will be headed to Philadelphia at the Licoris Center on Sunday, April 6th. It is the first AEW pay-per-view in the state of Pennsylvania. So that'll be happening April 6th. Of course, we know their March pay-per-view will be happening. I forgot the name. Revolution is the name of that. That's the next big pay-per-view, actually, that they'll be doing. And that leads us, of course, into this story, which I wasn't sure if we were going to cover, but it's a story of pontification. Britt Baker. The talk right now is that maybe they like her, maybe they don't. Apparently, there's something going on backstage with her, and there's talk that she may be ready to leave or that they may be ready for her to go. There's even talk out there that perhaps she's expressed some interest in WWE. What do you guys make of the potential of Britt Baker leaving AEW, heading to WWE, or is this all about nothing? Dora.
I mean, it's nothing for me. I hope she takes Soraya with her. I definitely don't think they need to be in WWE either, but they just haven't been on in so long. She hasn't been good. I can't even, in a year, maybe more. I don't know. Neither of them have been great. So, this definitely isn't news to me. Just, it's more of like, thank goodness. She wasn't doing anything. I don't think anyone in the back of the locker room even said anything good about her. I've disliked her since her Thunder Rosa situation because, I ride hard for Thunder Rosa because San Antonio, she's from Texas. But no. Britt Baker can go, take Soraya with her. Soraya's newly single anyway, I hear. So, they can both just go out together. Just get out of here,
Oh, baby.
Just start fresh.
She said, get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Woo!
Is it me or y'all feel the heat? It got hot up here. It's snowing outside.
That's what I say. I got ice on the ground outside. Like, boy, that's spicy.
It's gonna be a no for me, big dog. We got Carmella at WWE. We good.
I don't think she's coming back from paternity leave anytime soon, dog. Especially considering what her husband got going on.
We still got her here though, so we good though, dog. We
still under contract. Okay, don't be you gotta.
Maybe New Japan. You know what?
TNA.
I would not. I'm about to say that I would not mind seeing what she do in TNA.
That actually could be interesting.
That could be very interesting.
She fit. Also, one of the worst hire TNA's made recently.
Yeah, like does she still put on a good wrestling show? Like outside of the Mercedes Moné match, like does she still put on a show in the ring?
Yes.
We haven't seen her in a while, so we don't know.
Yes, with
Didn't
the right
she have a match
partner.
after and it was terrible also? I feel like I can't remember. Didn't she wrestle someone after Mercedes, or she got on the mic for somebody, which was also terrible?
Wasn't it Serena Deeb? I think
Serena Deeb.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't
And
good.
the match
Okay,
It
so
never
didn't
yeah.
get
happened.
any better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
If Deeb can't give you a good match, then it's just not a good night.
That's why I was
Yeah,
thinking, headed to
maybe.
WWE to do what? Clean
Yeah,
some teeth?
exactly.
Somebody, you need
Catering
a
doesn't
licensed
even
dentist?
want her.
All
Yeah.
right. Hold on. Let me just
TKO got
clean
a
this up
dentist
real
contract
quick
that they need to fill?
We
because
can send
Mr.
her
Welton
back to
can
the
start.
Indies, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
All jokes aside, she'd be pretty solid and WWE for that women's mid card. It's an established name, and it adds more depth to that mid card. So a US title, IC title, she'd be kind of perfect for that while we're over here trying to get jokes off.
She spent more time in NXT than Aaliyah.
Bye.
Oh my lord!
Wow. This was 2015.
By the way,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Did you used to ride for Aaliyah on our show?
Hey, you got 4 fouls. I don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure now that you said something.
I can't call you that. You got 4 fouls.
Now that you said something.
That's
Seth's
not a
very
no.
notorious for that. It's just like he never gave up the opportunity.
You really got to pull the fouls on that.
I'm gonna check the tapes. I'm pretty sure you used to ride for Aaliyah, and I'd ask you what the hell was wrong with you.
Wow.
Hey, man,
Wow.
We'll have a great father in WWE.
Well,
PC does wonders, but I don't know if they do miracles.
By the way,
You're right. Aaliyah couldn't cut it, so yeah, fair point.
By the way, our producer does miracles, and you have a new intro, Sid.
Oh.
Maybe we can use it as your outro.
We don't need to do that today.
Okay. I'm sure somebody's gonna do that. Well, with that said, tonight on Dynamite, it's part 2 of Julia Hart and Jamie Hayter. That'll go down tonight. I'm actually very excited about this. We got a tag team title match. Private Party defends against the Hurt Syndicate. Let's just ask the question now. Is tonight the night that the Hurt Syndicate becomes a tag team champions? What do you say to that, honey?
I think it could be. Who knows with Tony Khan, whatever he feels like doing, however he feels like booking it. But I can see, this is probably bad for me to say because if anybody's a fan of Private Party, I apologize, but I can see Private Party kind of being the transitional tag team champs for Hurt Syndicate, and then maybe possibly going at it like best out of more times in the future as well. I think I'm going to say yes.
Okay. So yes to what? Private Party winning or Hurt Syndicate?
Hurt Syndicate.
Hurt Syndicate. Okay. Dora, what do you think?
I think the Hurt Syndicate's gonna take it tonight, honestly. I mean, Max Caster already ditched, the Acclaim, the other members. So I think they're just moving these tag teams along, breaking up who they need to. So I think the Hurt Syndicate, and MVP already got in the ring. Was it a week or 2 ago?
Last week.
Last week? Okay. So he's already gotten in. They've done the trios thing. So I'm sure the next step is for them to go ahead and just get the belts for now.
Okay. Said, do you think we get new tag team champions tonight?
No, I don't think they switch tonight. I think they tease it, but I don't think the match ends clean. So I'll say no for now. But I think they'll build towards a bigger event.
Okay. Jacob, any thoughts?
I'm gonna say yes because it's the best way to book the Hurt Syndicate moving forward right now. Although, actually, I'm gonna agree with Mr. Welton. I'm gonna say no because something just hit me. You still kind of have that lingering Swerve and Ricochet thing that can easily run into this with Ricochet wanting in the Hurt Syndicate and Swerve still kind of having that beef with Bobby and them, just getting sidetracked by Ricochet. So I think Private Party wins, but honestly, they need to do something with the tag division, and Private Party being the champs, I don't think is helping.
Okay. I think tonight the party's over. We get new tag team champions. Let's see. This match is gonna smack. The Rated R Superstar Cope against Pac. Good grief!
Wow.
Let's just say we got to give AEW their props. They are giving us some pretty incredible matches
It's a
on
dream
Dynamite.
match, technically, for a WWE fan.
Like seriously, we're getting that. Also, Samoa Joe makes his return tonight. Is in-ring return to take on Nick Wayne. And then AR Fox will take on Swerve Strickland, another rematch from those who remember the great days of Lucha Underground. This is going to cook. And then we also have a face-to-face between Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. That all goes down tonight on Dynamite. And there will be a live watch-along involving Courtney. She'll be back for that at the top of the hour. So be on the lookout for that. Again, remember, AEW Dynamite will air simulcast, of course, on TBS and on Max. So you can check that out. And speaking of Max, if you've not gotten Max to check out what's on Max from AEW, the 2019 archive is there. So pre-pandemic year one of AEW, all of the pay-per-views are there if you want to go back and see it. And I'll tell you, you may not remember what AEW was like when it started. So you might want to go back and watch it. You can really see the growth of AEW since that time. So definitely go back and check that out. All right. Wow. We have a full bunch here. Here's how you can find us on these good social streets. Jacob, how can the people find you?
Of course, you can find me on Twitter at _JDella, like it says right there next to my name. You can find my writings and musings over at anscape.com. Got a lot coming next month. With it being a big shoe month, got a couple of things up my sleeves. That one involves my cohort, Mr. Welton. So just be on the lookout. Shut up and just say yes, okay? Just shut up and say yes.
I don't know what to do with that. That's probably not a good thing to say on a platform like Women's Wrestling Talk. Okay, Dora. How can we find you? Wow.
D the Machine 24 on Twitter and Instagram, and then every Sunday I do a podcast with Hall Preezy, and we watch the show from, and we'll be adding other shows that we watch on there. And that's all I do besides wrestling and working, and that's
Going to Texas.
Texas?
Complimented Captain Insano.
Well, we've got a new intro for Dora.
Got an intro for
actually, because I love this jersey so much. So
Going
thank
to
you.
Texas.
I do.
Texas?
Texas. That or like King of the Hill stuff is actually perfect. So thank you.
Wow. Well done. Well done. Well done. Dion, how can they find you?
Yeah, over an All-Star Fandom show on TikTok and TikTok's back. So and on
TikTok is
Instagram, working on a month of February shows called funny enough, Fandoms of Love, where we dive into topics of love in the month of February within those fandoms. So be on the lookout for that. And with these two jokers here on Kayfabe Podcast every Saturday afternoon.
That sounds like a lot of fun for sure. Said, how can the people find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at says on the gram at
He appears. I believe in
TEST.
I believe in
TEST.
It don't beat Lara Valkyria thing though.
That's been a lot. But says on Twitter, said his answer on the gram. And for the next 4 days, waging war on anything and everything Philadelphia, whether that be cheesesteaks, the Fresh Prince, Bel Air, Rocky, Creed. I don't give a damn about none of them. I don't care about the Liberty Bell for the next 4 days. Anything Philly, I don't like it. Commanders, on my way to the Super Bowl. Also, if you show up on Friday, I think I haven't got confirmation yet, but we should have something really special for you at the top of the hour, as well as 30 minutes before. That's 2:30 Pacific time, where you will find out exactly why they call me the mayor. So just pull up for that.
Okay, there it is. And so said congratulations to the Commanders. I got to say, as someone who is not a fan of the Commanders, what they did last weekend was remarkable, absolutely remarkable. And how do you not, pull for the underdogs to go to the Super Bowl?
It's the old logo, Dion. I see what you're doing. That's the old logo. Yeah. Let's let you know how long I've been in the trenches.
Yeah.
Y'all got one job to do. Get them Eagles out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. Said.
Who would have ever thought that the NFC Championship game would involve the NFC East?
This is tame. This is tame. We go to the Super Bowl? Oh my God.
He's gonna be unhinged. I'm scared.
I'm not gonna do this. Boza says the Commanders were lucky. Okay, I'm just gonna let that slide because you obviously didn't watch the game, Boza, because that was not luck.
Wasn't no luck. Hey, that was just a beatdown.
That was a pure beatdown in their hometown. So, Councilman, how can the people find you?
You can find me at What Is a Touchdown, because obviously I don't care about none of this football stuff, nor know what's happening. Apparently, the Sixers are going to the Super Bowl or whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
That's great.
Whatever y'all are doing. Enjoy yourself, though. I don't know the teams except the one the mayor has. So let them win the Super Bowl, I guess. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
That's the only one I know. But check us out on the Kayfabe podcast with myself, Honey, and Dion this Saturday, live at noon on the East Coast. That's 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are Phantom casting 6-man and 6-woman Armageddon Hell in a Cell match now. What superstars would you put in the iconic 6-man or 6-women Armageddon Hell in a Cell match? If you remember, it was with Rikishi, Triple H, Undertaker, Stone Cold, and The Rock. We're casting it for now.
Kurt Angle was in there too.
The Greatest Shield member, exactly, was in there as well. We will be casting who on today's current roster would be in that match. So you want to tune in Saturday. It is going to be so much fun.
Interesting. Honey, how can the people find you?
Well, it's funny you should say that. Speaking of Shield members, you will always find me acknowledging my tribal chief.
Second best?
A farce.
Oh my God! Love it.
Oh, wow.
Love
it. Wait, why am I an authority member?
Why is that a sunglass photo of me? Like,
that is random. When did I become Randy Orton?
Wait a minute.
Wow. Why not Seth Rollins?
Before I was so really interrupted by that little mask.
Run that back one more time.
That was actually pretty great. All right,
That
fine.
was great. That was great. Wow.
It's the face.
Oh my God!
Dion's face. At the end. Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
Well, I was so rudely interrupted by that masterpiece. You guys are here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the WWT Live crew. Every Friday, you know, it's Honey Night SmackDown night. So be sure to tune in with me this Friday, as well as with Councilman and Dion for Kayfabe podcast every Saturday.
Wow. You
a Dion. So whenever somebody say some BS, just play that part of Dion.
That right. You can find me at Bonafide across all the platforms. Just dropped a new video today on who are the greatest male NXT champions. So go check that out. I've got another one coming to talk about the women's champions, so be on the lookout for that. Also, of course, you can check me out on Ashe Wrestling TV. Episodes 1 and 2 are available right now on the Ashe Wrestling channel on YouTube. Episode 3 is tomorrow night, so be on the lookout for that. Lots of news coming surrounding All Caribbean Wrestling. A lot of things happening there. So check it out at allcaribbeanwrestling.com and make sure you're following the socials. Let's see, just a lot of things that are happening in my neck of the woods. So be on the lookout for that. Really excited about all of the things. Of course, you can check me here at Women's Wrestling Talk. And speaking of Women's Wrestling Talk, follow us at WW Talk Pod across all the socials. Check out our brand new website, www.talkpod.com. Some of you may actually be watching this broadcast on our website right now. If you are, we absolutely appreciate you for doing that. You can check out all of our great merch there as well. And of course, all the great shows that are happening here on Women's Wrestling Talk, including watch-alongs, post-shows, pre-shows, you name it, we've got it, including, of course, the watch-along tonight for Dynamite, beginning at the top of the hour. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are absolutely incredible. I appreciate you rocking with us. The day is not nearly as fun unless you are with us. So until next time, remember, this is WWT Live, part of Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Peace.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.